Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing this fine evening? Who've we got here then? Hello, Mitz. Hello, Olympic. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Dave. Who else we got in here? Keep scrolling. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Something Funny. Hello, Deviser. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Wonderland. How are we all doing? I hope we're well. Hopefully the game should pop up for you in a second here. It's been a hot minute, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed it has. It's like that song, It's Been a While. I did a stream. I don't think they were the lyrics, but you know. So we're doing something a little bit different today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many of you have actually read the description, but yeah, we're not doing your standard, you know, buy units, this lot and that lot, trying to defeat the horde. What we're actually doing today is we're sort of doing a little bit of a behind the scenes. You're sort of gonna go through the process that I go through to make the videos that are on the channel, but you guys are going to be setting up the battle tonight. So realistically, what your task is today is not really to be rooting for any one team, though you'll be setting up one team only. We've already got the enemies set up over there, so you'll be setting up the guardsmen today. And what your goal really is today is to make the biggest spectacle, ladies and gentlemen, the most crazy fight possible. So ultimately, it doesn't matter if you win or lose here. You just need to create the craziest fight possible with what we've got. Now, there are some limitations and rules for balancing purposes that are in the description, so if you ever want to check them out, just click on the description below the video, and that'll tell you what the rules are currently. But yeah, to get a little feel of what we're doing today, what we've got here then is about 1,000 of the new CADIAN shock troops. Look at these bad boys. Are they not cool as hell looking? Even though they're saying for America, they should be saying for the Emperor. How's the sound for you, ladies and gentlemen, by the way? Can you hear them? Get these bad boys as well. The Homer Gaunts. We should be referring to them as Gaunts as well. You don't hear the game. Oh dear, that is bad. Let's go have a look. Let's turn this up. How about now? Can you guys hear the game now? That should be a lot better for you. Excellent stuff. So you can see the Hormagaunts are absolutely rapid creatures here, ladies and gentlemen. Extremely fast and deadly. Though the guardsmen are pretty deadly themselves, racking up the kill counter here. Good, excellent. Glad you can all hear now. So yeah, this is basically about 1 million Hormagaunts and about 10,000 brood warriors. Look at these bad boys, oh my god. He's updated the models by the look of it, and they look so much cooler. I think I preferred the purple on them before, but definitely the detail on them looks so much better now. Look at them, oh my god, they're so fast and rapid creatures. No, Brian, like I was explaining, this isn't a normal thing. We're actually making a video that we're going to be making for a YouTube video. So it's not about the kill counters or voting to buy units, so to speak, or anything like that. We're going to be just setting up a nice old fight. Your task is to create the biggest spectacle, like I said. I want to see you guys create the biggest fight, the biggest crazy defense that we can possibly make. So you sort of just select units and we put them about. We have a little bit of a discussion about it where units would look cool, where defenses would look cool, stuff like that. And then what we'll do by the end of the stream, we'll have some sort of defense set up. And then with that, I'll go away and I'll make a video based upon the defense that you guys build. And there it is. So it does look like then about 1,000 guardsmen here get about 6,000 kills on the Tyranids. Well, they're just not normal guardsmen. They're actually the CADIAN shock troopers. So then, this is the area that we're going to be working with along this defensive line here. You guys got any ideas about what kind of things you'd like to do, like to see? So you've sort of got, you know, we'll add another list here. So we've got quite a few units here. We've got Ultramarines, we've got Death Corps here, we've got, who else? Blood Ravens. There's Imperial Conscripts over here. We're not going to use the God Emperor of Mankind because he'll just basically break the game. He's way too strong for them. More CADIANS. We've got the standard troops as well, your Imperial Conscripts here. And the bunkers. Artillery on the hill, in the background, a second set of infantry on the other side, and Marines and tanks in the centre between them. So go on, guys. Any other ideas as well? Keep shouting them out. Drawing a blank for once. Wow, when you give them creative freedom. So, like I said, this is basically the process I have to go through, trying to decide where it looks cool, what looks cool. So I think maybe adding a second group of Cadian gunners over here. Sort of, maybe if we make this the centre of attention, because it seems like there was a nice little thoroughfare here for the Tyranids to come through. So maybe if we make this a little zone here, our main killing zone, we can actually do something with that there. Maybe have like two sets of the standard Cadian shock troops on the side. Then someone said Space Marines maybe in the middle. Chainsaws at the sides. Protect the flanks with chainsaws. We could do that as a possibility. It depends how far down the line we actually want to defend here. Chainsaws. Block off the Neds. Exploding shotgun ducks. Oh my god, don't bring the shotgun ducks back into this. That is true, Mitch, yeah. The Death Corps would be on attack, just running at the Neds. There's a trenches map after all. So, it looks like a lot of people are sort of voting for Mitzi's initial idea, which is getting some artillery in the background on the hill. So we sort of got, I believe, is this entire area a hill here? I'll tell you what, we'll stick them here. How many do we put down here? All 80? Yeah, all 80, okay. Yeah, how would 80 artillery guns look? Two artillery. Okay, that's quite a big block. Oh my god, let's make it, see if we can line it up with the centre here, actually. That'd be nice. The units that we're using are in the Warhammer universe, Imperial Guard, or Space Marines. Because they basically work together. So, I mean, realistically, you can have swordsmen because there are medieval worlds in the Imperium. So, what else can we get in here then? Someone mentioned about having some chainsaws to block the mid. So, I kind of like that idea. Oh wait, Black Templar chainsaws. So, how many do you want to plonk down here? Because the maximum amount of Marines we're allowed is 40. So, how many do you want to stick down at the front here? 2 units of 10, 10, all of them. So what would the middle ground between all that be then? 20 of them, so half of them? I guess that'd be the middle ground, right? Between what people are saying? Between all of them and 10. Well, technically it'd be 25, but if we use 20... Maybe, what, have them... What about having them in near the trenches here for when the Nids start pushing through? They can go down into the trenches, start fighting the Nids in the trenches, and bit by bit, try build a body pile up here to raise them out of the trenches. Shootiest Arties. Yeah, you could use another... There is still 20 available, so you could use 20 as the Ultramarans. Do you want to put some Ultramarangs down? A favourite kind of meringue. We've got 20 here. We could actually put these back with the artillery to help protect the artillery a little bit. Because they've got some decent range on them. Right, with some smurfs. I don't know, do you think that'll be too far for them? Maybe we might have to move the artillery guns forward a little bit. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. We've got this set up so far. Let's see what happens with this so far. Then we can make any adjustments after. Oh, let's have a look at the artillery on the hill. You know what? That's not a bad bloody setting, if Pinky says so himself. Well done, Pinky. They're actually on the right side of the hill. They're looking decent. They're facing the correct way. Now, the true question is, though, will these... Oh, look at this. He's updated the models for these as well. These look loads better than before. Oh, I wonder, has he updated the Black Templars, then? Now, these are actually the same ones, but they still look pretty dang good. Okay. Interesting. Right, then. Let's kick this one off and see what happens. So, obviously, the artillery is already in range here. Complete decimation should be expected from these guns. Oh, God. I know, not a push-up to be seen. Isn't it really nice that the game actually feels not broken at the moment and playable? Here we go, then. So, we have got these chaps here. We might need to adjust the move these back just a little bit so they don't look so derpy. Maybe have them, like, here somewhere. But they are going to activate. There we go. Oh, did we have these on hold or guard? Oh, I think we might have left these on hold instead of putting them on guard mode. Oh, look at that. The bolt of fire is reaching over this area. Actually, it's kind of weird. I think, yeah, that... Just out of range by the looks of it. Yeah, the bolters are a little bit out of range. Oh, Jesus Christ. The destruction from the artillery shells, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you gotta love it. This trench is very quickly gonna get filled up with Nid bodies. Look at that. Oh, you do not want to be a guardsman falling down into here. That is one hell of a spiky death. You gotta love it. Yeah, so it looks like I'd set these to hold mode by accident. Uh oh, it's I'm an absolute fanatic of Warhammer. I love the stuff. I don't care how nerdy and sad people say it is. I absolutely love it. I love the lore of the universes. So it looks like we could actually bring these chaps forward a little bit. It looks like a few of them are having a bit of old troubleshooting, so yeah, we need to bring this side forward a little bit. Again, I think we need to do the same with this side. Bring them forward a little bit so they can actually get some decent shooting ranges. Oh God, Brood Warriors getting up close there. I mean, yeah, I've been collecting Warhammer for what, 20 odd years, something like that. So, well, when I say collecting, I've said I think I stopped collecting about, what, 10 years ago, something like that. I haven't bought any models in about 10 years, but I'm definitely still very much into the franchise and the lore and what's happening. So far then, even with these few troops, it looks like we're actually laying the smackdown here on the Tyranid horde. These artillery guns doing devastating work so far. I just love all these corpses scattered all over the place. There's so much death and destruction here. Well, like I said, Brian, no, because it's not about killing the Neds, mate. It's about making the biggest spectacle. That's why we're not purchasing units or anything like that. No, mates, there'd be no chance of anything coming behind a Tyranid swarm. Are you kidding me? How the hell did you get behind a Tyranid swarm? That has never happened ever. There's nothing but wasteland and death behind a Tyranid swarm. Like, they take everything out to a molecular level. It's all absorbed. You teleport troop, normal men. Normal men don't teleport. Teleportation is psychic warp abilities. You'll be burned as a goddamn psyker. Drop pods are like the only thing. Drop pods, yeah, okay, drop pods. I was going to say, drop pods are a thing if you're the Space Marines, but not if you're a guardsman. It's a drop ship. And you land a dropship behind a Tyranid swarm, that dropship will be swarmed in seconds and everything will die. They're not stupid. Like, in lore, there is no way, realistically, that you could outflank a Tyranid swarm. It's so unlikely to happen that pretty much only Space Marines could pull it off. I cannot see any normal guardsman ever getting behind a Tyranid swarm and surviving. Behind the artillery on attack, definitely, yeah. Coming in as reinforcements, sweeping over the hill, more than happy to do that. But I'm sorry, but my lore factor says no, the Tyranid swarm would take out anything that tries to come over the top of them and land behind them. Because in reality, the Tyranids obviously have fantastic anti-air capabilities. You've got literal flying bugs that just pull, you know, ships out of the sky. They travel into interstellar bug ships. What I like about the Nids, they're just absolutely ravenous. Like, this is the kind of landscape that had be left behind after them. Just barren soil, everything dead. So then, let's see. How long do the Spaz Marines last out? Exactly, Eddie. Yeah. Now, I can't see a Valkyrie. Personally, I can't see a Valkyrie getting through there. Even one, like, with insane boosters. The only way you'd actually get behind them is orbital. It would have to be an orbital drop. And the only people who do that are Space Marines. So, realistically, I would accept if you wanted to put Space Marines behind the Tyranid horde. I could do that. Because, like I said, what I've got to do is I've got to transform this into a video for the channel, so it's got to make sense in terms of lore. So that's one thing we got to remember, because I'm going to have to put a story to this and all sorts. Yeah, if you guys really want, if everyone wants to do that, we can take all the Space Marines and drop them behind. My God, look at this. The bloody Space Marines have just absolutely been slaughtered here. Them Brood Warriors are deadly. Right, I need to turn on a fan because it's really warm here. Let me know if you can hear this and if it's overwhelmingly loud. Now, can you guys hear that? Is that causing horrible wind problems for you? And I don't mean in your bowels, like, can you hear loads of air blowing over the mic? Oh, fantastic. Good stuff. That's brilliant. It's absolutely boiling in England at the moment. So there, ladies and gentlemen, what should we do here with our front line? Did you guys want to drop some Spaz Marines behind the Nid Horde? In a dropship? No, I've got a feeling they would be quickly swarmed and killed, you know, but... I do think, though, what we need to do is bring these Space Marines forward, because they were having a little bit of difficulty shooting. Maybe bring these just a tad forward as well, so they're more on the downslope of the hill. So, what should we do? Add some more Guardsman units in, I think. We've got a rough idea now of how that went down. Well, oh yeah, I want to bring these forward a little bit as well, so they're more on the actual trench line. Like so. Go on the actual trench line. Perfect. Actually, which one is the trench? Oh no, that's... Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, God mode for melee. Thank you. Black Templar chainsaws. God mode, please. Don't just stand there. I also wanted to bring them back just a little bit so they didn't look so derpy on the two hills. So, let's add in then some more guard units. What should we have? Death Corps. We've got the Death Corps here. We've got, what else did we have? We've got the Standard Imperial Conscripts, and we got the CADIAN Guardsmen. Death Corps and tanks on attack. So, how many squads of Death Corps should we have? Three squads? Yeah, everyone happy with that? Got 3 squads of Death Corps behind the artillery, charging into battle. Need the World War II German tanks. How many should we get? 20? 20 tanks? So they're all on attack then, so they should come, hopefully, rushing through the artillery, past the adapters of Starries here, and towards the line over here, and give them a little battle. What I also want to do is add a few more guardsmen onto the front line. Onto the front line, I think. A few more of these CADIANS. Quite liking these, the models of these CADIANS. Where's our group gone? We want 1,000. 3, 4. And put these on the front line with a little gap in them, so you know that the separate formations. Back another one on this side, I think. A group that's defending the bombers at the back, put them with the chainsaws on guard. I'd prefer to keep them on hold with them being guns, because otherwise they'll just back up, but we can certainly move them up here if everyone's happy with that. Should we move up the bolters? Because I think the death corps will be more than enough to help keep the artillery protected when they surge forward. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? I really want to try create a crazy body pile in the center here and just bury the whole lot in bodies. Let's give this a whirl. So let's have a look at our setup. Things are looking alright here. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. They don't look derpy. That's perfect. One here. Okay, so we need to angle them slightly. Other than that, how's our reserves over here looking? Look at them bad boys. Oh, he's updated these models slightly as well. Oh, they look absolutely fantastic now. Absolute bad boys. Oh, I just wish we could get some Lehman Russies now. Let's go watch the carnage unfold then. Already, the 80 basilisks just ripping open the Tyranid horde. True Imperial style, ladies and gentlemen. Bombard the shit out of your enemy. I never get tired of seeing units flung through the air. I've got 800 odd hours in this game and I'm still not bored of seeing units get blasted into the air. Here they go, straight for that trench line dip here. And that is not a flavour, trench line dip. It's what you can dip your Cool Ranch in. Introducing new trench line dip. Make your Doritos taste like foot rot. Okay, I think things are going to get a little spicy down here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the look at them. These dudes in this trench. The heads are almost popping out of them. Oh, look here, the death corps right behind them. Pushing up. These chaps are going to have it their way. They're going to push out. Actually, that's quite a that could be quite a cool dynamic. With all these trying to push out here, we might get a weird bubble that appears in the middle, which might eventually collapse, leading to a surge forward of Tyranids. That'd be really cool to happen. Maybe we can orchestrate that in some way. You know, get the Death Corps here to push out over this way. Sort of make a a half-circle moon defending this side, but the Tyranids overwhelm them and they get pushed back again. And then you just get this swarm of Tyranids through the middle. That'd be really cool to see. Well, believe it or not, the guy who, Knuckles, who has been adding all these units here, I did sort of ask him if there's any chance that we can get some pink units. And he says that he would possibly at some point add some pink units. Possibly some pink horrors might be added. And maybe the Cult of Slanesh. So, yes, I'm kind of looking forward to that. There'll be a nice pink army. Oh, the Emperor's Children now, that's a good one. If we can find the the skins. Oh, it's Knuckle. Is he here himself? Is that the actual Knuckle? Ladies and gentlemen, this man in chat here, give him a round of applause. This is the chap that has been doing all the heavy work for us. Knuckle 14, right here. This is the man who's been ripping all the mods, porting them over, giving us all this Warhammer juiciness. What an absolute legend you are, sir. Indeed. And so far, the defense is doing rather well. You can see that the Death Creed Corps here are trying to push forward. Oh, look at this. Childhood dreams are coming true, ladies and gentlemen, this game currently. Like, I've wanted to see this kind of crazy Warhammer battles for so long. Like I said, Knuckle, I love the work on the new models. They look so much better, actually. I didn't realise, like, they look a lot more high def than the older ones. But yeah, I really like them. Some excellent work here. CADIANS here, definitely holding out, though, quite nicely now. The front line hasn't collapsed yet. And it is quite a mangle over here as well. There's lots of Tyranids pushing round. Maybe if we can get something in the bunkers, actually. I don't know if they fixed the bunkers yet in the game. Because the bunkers seem to absorb a lot of firepower, unfortunately. Oh my god, look at that. A sea of nids. Covered in blood. What a wonderful day to die. So, have all our, it does actually look like then all the chainsaws have actually fallen in the center. It is down to the Ultramangs. It's all down to these chaps in the center now. Oh, of course, we've still got the artillery guns over here. But they're not going to do much now that the front line has collapsed. Tyranids swarming all over the storm. Let's see how the tanks fare against a Tyranid swarm. I said Smurfs wrong. The Ultra Smurfs. It's a huge Smurf. It's something, I don't know why, but I imagine, like, the Ultramarines would be Donald Trump's warriors. Like, if Donald Trump had an Ultramarines chapter, had a Space Marines chapter, it would be the Ultramarines. Actually, these tanks are faring out really well, actually. I thought they'd be overwhelmed and destroyed in seconds. I mean, they are getting pretty annihilated, but to be fair, it's by the Brood Warriors. And you'd kind of expect the Brood Warriors to be able to slice right through the armor of these chaps. But again, I'm actually amazed that these have held out as long as they have. There's still some Death Corps up here. They've decided to defend the artillery guns until the last, and they are doing it, ladies and gentlemen. They are definitely doing it. I mean, not so much probably when the rest of the swarm arrives. It looks like then some of them actually got stuck in the tanks. That's what happened here. So maybe we need to space out this artillery just a little bit more. What do you, ladies and gentlemen, think about that? Maybe spread them out a bit more, try get a bit of a longer line on the go, so they're not so bunched up. God, look at that, though. There's still 375 remaining here. Look at that. What an absolutely wonderful sight to see. Just an endless, crazy swarm of death. Holy cow. I don't know why, but I know I've seen crazy amounts of units in this game before, but something about seeing Warhammer like this is just totally totally ridiculous. It is terrifying, isn't it? Because for the first time ever, we've literally got what a Tyranid swarm could actually look like. It's really terrifying just to see a million bugs swarming like that. That is just like, holy shit, that'd make your pants go brown if you saw that in real life. In fact, I think your pants might fly off behind you, the amount of soil that had come out of me. So what are we thinking now, ladies and gentlemen? How do we want to buff up this defense? Is there anything interesting that we can make here? We had some really interesting. I think these failed a little bit, to be honest, the Space Marines. I don't know. Should we change them out a little bit? Yeah, more chainsaws, less gunners. That's what I'm thinking. The gunners seem to die really quickly. The chainsaws... Oh, see, now... I don't know, it's... The chainsaws... The chainsaws are good. Maybe we should do a... You know what? We've got the ability. What we're going to do is we're going to do a poll. So, there we go. We've got a question there. I want to do one or the other. Should we go all chainsaws or all bolters? You chaps decide now. What hero could you have here? So, there is the God Emperor of Mankind. But that guarantees a win, basically, because he will just decimate everyone. So, there is a hero if we do want to use him, if we just feel like cheating. So, let's end the poll there, then. What we're going for? Yeah, the Emperor could basically solo the entire Tyranid army. So let's try all bolters then. Let's see what happens if we just go to all bolters. Let's get rid of our Brown Templars and go up to 40 Marines. Save the hero for the last round. Oh, alright. Can we get these in a more useful position? Maybe if we moved them back just a smidge here, that'd give more room for the Death Krieg to come pouring through the centre here. Because that's what I really want. I want the Death Corps to come storming through the centre, right into the Tyranid army. So, as far as adding more units though, what do we want to do here? Yeah, of course we can, Mitts. Add more CADIANS to the second line behind the existing? Do you mean, like, all the way back over here? Create an entire new second line? Or just, oh, back here? Million chickens. That's one way of one thing to call the Imperial Guard, yeah. Oh yeah, spread the artillery. Thanks, advisor. Artillery. Let's try them on a 6. Oh Jesus. Maybe a 5. Yeah, 5 works. I like that. That looks nice. Actually, what we'll try is a 3 with a 1.5. No, it's gonna have to be a 4. Okay, we'll try 4 with a 1.5 spacing. That should do the trick, hopefully. Right, let's get in some more Cadian guardsmen here then. So, you guys want to create a second line behind them over here? Like, what, just sort of... What, a semicircle? Half moon? What kind of tactics are we thinking here? I mean, we could... Oh, God, no, we couldn't do that. We could box them up, put them in bunkers, maybe. Still quite a few here. Right, let's get in some more Cadian guardsmen here then. So, you guys want to create a second line behind them over here? Like, what, just sort of... What, a semicircle? Half moon? What kind of tactics are we thinking here? I mean, we could... Oh, God, no, we couldn't do that. We could box them up, put them in bunkers, maybe. Still quite a few here. Boxes tend to hold flanks a bit better, so we can maybe get a box formation on the go over here. Go check out the description, blood draw. Box on each flank. Yeah, we can do that. We'll just have to plump one down over here. Yeah, I wanted to bend these this way a little bit more and bring them. Oh, get another box over here. So we've got another 4 spaces left. Do we still want to try create some sort of second line? I mean, it's possible. We could do it. How far can we go before this looks ridiculously stretched? Now, a 4 doesn't look too bad. What about a 5? Not a 45. A 5? A 5 doesn't look too bad either. You might be able to get away with a 5, but when the NIDs get close, that line's going to fall pretty damn quickly. But it'll be good for fire support. Depends how you want to use the second line. Are we creating a fire support or are we creating a blockade? Oh, hi, Harry. Sorry, I didn't see you sneak in. A fire support line. So maybe then it's better to have them much thinner like this if they're a fire support line. I'm afraid not, blood draw. Yeah, so we'll use these then as support lines over here. Still 1,000 extra guns there. Hey, Omnix. Welcome. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get another one over this side as well. Maybe we need 2. I don't know. How many should we have? Maybe we could have like another one over here, or we could have one further back over here in the center. Actually, that might be a good idea. If we can get... I don't want to block off the Death Creek, though, actually pouring down the center, so I don't want to put one in the middle. So what else we got here? Oh, of course, we got the standard Imperial conscripts as well. Tell you what, I want to do actually, we'll use the last 2. I'm going to add some more Deathcore to the charge. I want more Deathcore charging out. Now, let's just reinforce the bulkiness of the middle of the last 2 groups. Oh, hold. Let's see what this does. If everyone's happy with that, of course, yeah? Just to see if we can actually make this center here be more of a bubble. I really want to get these Deathcore to push out. So then, let's see, will we be successful? Let's have a look. How does the line actually look? Don't forget, I've got to do overhead cameras of this as well. For the tactical map. I reckon I'd be able to fit them in. I've got room at the top left, the top right and the bottom left. Yeah, I'd be able to get in the markers for the tactical map overlay there. So, that's the other thing. I can't spread them out too far. Otherwise, because if you zoom too far out, it starts looking a bit weird. Things start to go... Oh, actually, they look kind of solid. Huh. Okay, maybe we don't have to worry about it. So, let's kick this off then. Let's see how this one turns out. So, like I said, I'll be taking whatever this defense ends up being, and I'll craft it into a story, add it, some real lore tidbits to it, and try and turn it into a real battle. And that can be tomorrow's video, at some point whenever I get round to recording and editing it. Oh no, it won't be tomorrow's video. Actually, I've got a very cool video for you tomorrow that I've just finished editing today. It's the defense of Kassakarth, the final bastion of Cadia, and it was a mountain fortress, and that's all I'm going to say. Tomorrow's video is very spicy. Very, very spicy. Here we go, the CADIANS, the Death Creed Corps here, making their way forward. Making their way forward right into the Tyranid swarm. Oh my god, look at that. Is that not a terrifying sight? You would not want to be pushing into that. Maybe it is blood draw, maybe it is. The Krieg want to hit things with the shovel. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's easy to explain why the Death Creed Corps here. The problems I'm going to have explaining is how the hell... Mind you, I suppose Cadian... We've got tanks. It could be the support for the Cadian mechanized division. So that's how Cadians have ended up here. They are the support groups for the mechanized divisions from the Cadians. This kill box is sort of holding out. I mean, my god, look at all the blood that we've actually made down here. That's a lot of blood. The entire trench line is filling up, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic stuff. This line's doing really well, but what's deflecting here? Oh, it's the caprice of the... Of course it is. So, yeah, the big brood warriors, ladies and gentlemen, they've actually got a deflection chance, I think, here. Because, yeah, look at all these bullets bouncing back at them. Oh my god. The Caprice armor here. Devastating the lines. This is something I hadn't realised was happening before. How are the Greeks? Have they actually managed to push forward? You know what? They have. They've actually pushed forward. That's amazing. Yeah, this artillery is really devastating. Not to mention the support of the bolter fire. Look at these chaps. They are literally trying to kill Tyranids with shovels. Oh my god. Little Timmy is gonna have a goddamn field day. Look at this. I mean, I think this might pop his little rubber dinghy, but... Oh, this flank is holding out really nicely over here. That was until enough bodies were piled up for the Tyranids to get across. Did you just see what happened, ladies and gentlemen? Like, there was no Tyranids coming across this point. And then, look, it might happen here now. Look, there's a tiny little flow, and then suddenly enough Tyranids die in the area, and then there's just a mass swarm. Oh my god. A truly terrifying sight this is. Like, I gotta hand it to Knuckle here, man. These units... they actually feel more fun to play with than any of the units in the standard game. I've got to be honest. The Tyranids are way more fun than any of the standard units in the game. They are shocking to see. Like, I've never actually seen an army in this and gone, holy crap, that's sort of like awe. Like, being awe of them. But these Nids, watching them swarm like this... And because it just makes so much sense. I think that's why I like the zombies so much. Because it just makes sense that they swarm. And now we're in Warhammer universe. It just makes sense that everything swarms. And I love it. Because it's just death and destruction no matter where you look. This entire flank over here has fallen, but it looks like we've sort of got a moat on the go, so half of it is still protected. I mean, from what Knuckles told me, he literally, like, picked it up over the course of a few days. Like, I think, like, mod support was releasing, or had released, and he literally, like, within a day or two had learned how to do the whole process. So, the man's a legend, quite frankly. I mean, this is how much of a legend he is. I even offered to pay him for some of his work, and the man turned it down. Like, he just wants to create the content, so... My god, what a legend. Cannot deny. And like, I will say, all of his mods are pretty much some of the highest quality mods that you can actually get on the Steam Workshop at the moment. They feel the most balanced, the most polished, the textures look good on them, they don't always bug out horribly. So, yeah, it's remarkable. Absolutely fantastic work by the defenders so far. 184,000 kills. They've actually killed a hell of a lot more than that. Thanks to the artillery. Look at this firepower here being leveled out by the Space Marines. An insane amount of high explosive bolter fire. Now, what I will say is... Oh, all the artillery has been destroyed. I was going to say there'd been a really good distraction here for the artillery, but unfortunately not. It's now been eradicated. So it is only our Spaz Marines that are left here now, ladies and gentlemen. So, what I'm quickly going to do is I'm going to quickly take a couple of minutes break, go to the toilet, grab a drink, all that kind of stuff. You ladies and gentlemen do that yourself. Because in about 20 seconds there's probably going to be an advert, just saying. So we'll be back in a moment. Back, ladies and gentlemen. So, what we need to do now then is the final refinements to our defense here. See if we can make it a little bit stronger. What I might do, just for the sake of this, is add slightly more to the last 2 units here. Just because I really want these chaps to push out. So we might increase the stormtroopers here to about 2,000 each. I know this is breaking my own rule, but I want these chaps to really push forward. I really do. Carnifexes? Knuckle? Do not tease, my friend. Do not tease. Can you get Carnifexes? Are they the Dawn of War Carnifexes by any chance? Oh my god. Yeah, man, I got 5 minutes. Oh, guys, don't overwhelm the chap. He's doing amazing work, and I've already overwhelmed him probably with loads of requests. So just keep it chill. The dude's doing what he can. It's okay to speculate about what you'd love to see, but don't be at him going, yo, do this, yo, do this. Gene Stealers are going to destroy them. Oh, man, Gene Stealers. They'd be really hard, actually, to balance, I would imagine, because they are some of the hardest units, really, when you think about it. Because how good they are at infiltration. They are absolute masterclasses at infiltrators. So how do you actually represent that in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator? That's going to be hard to do. You'd have to make them sort of like really resistant to ranged attacks, but maybe weak to melee. I don't know how you'd balance out a Gene Stealer. No, unfortunately. So from what I could understand from Knuckle, basically mod support extends to character customization only, like adding and importing units. It does not extend to maps at all. So unfortunately, no. Yeah, Gene Stealers need to be fast moving, definitely. But like I said, it's a matter of balancing them. How do you get across the fact that they are hard-hitting recon units with ultimate stealth abilities? Oh, me too, Chris. If they can make maps, I might actually even bother how to learn to make maps, because that is sort of something I really enjoy doing, is building maps. So what we've done is I've just increased the amount of troops that we've got over here. I'm going to bring the tanks forward ever so slightly as well. Ultramarines over here. You know what? I don't like them being bolters. We're going to switch to chainsaws, just so we can help the Kriegers here actually push forward. Because, yeah, I really need this bubble to happen over here. So with that, before we can test this, and then maybe even add some Carnifexes into it. I don't know. Let's give this a whirl. Oh! Whip out your rubber sock, it's Olympic o'clock 7 minutes ago. I always love seeing the artillery go flying like that. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Look at that. It says the artillery only got 62 kills, yet 100,000 died. Hmm. How does that work, game? 100,000 died, but only 173 kills. Templars on hold. I don't think they're on hold. I think they're on guard. Oh my god, maybe moving the tanks forward was a little bit of a mistake. Although they're stopping at a good spot actually here. Oh, BRB's on screen. Thank you, thank you. There we go. I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen. Can you tell? An absolute consummate professional. Here we go. The Death Krieg are pouring around these at the moment now. This is not what I wanted, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to move these chaps forward again. Maybe put them in a box. I can put them in a line formation and stick them in the trench. That would work perfectly. Make them a narrow, thin line and stick them inside the trench. So instead of them being derpy on either side of it, they'll be just in it. In it, bruv. God. Look at them. The insane swarm of Tyranids. The Death Corps here trying to push forward into the trench lines. Basically, where they're at home here. This is literally them being at home. I mean, technically, these could be ants. This could be what ants evolve into in the 41st millennium. Who knows? Do you ever think about what they actually are? Like, because the first contacted records from them were on, what was it, that planet, Trina? Something like that, because that's where the name Tyranids come from. It wasn't it like Tyrannia or something like that was the name of the planet where they first encountered them? Tyran, that was it, Tyran. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so that's where they got the name Tyranids. So, ultimately, no one really understands, as far as I know, I mean, I haven't ultimately read into the lore, but as far as I know, no one really knows where the Nids came from. Or do they? How many of you out there are more up on your Nid lore than me? Outside galaxy. Fair enough. Australian bull ants. I mean, that's what I thought. I thought it was like some natural evolution of ant. You know. You go 40,000 years ahead of now and I think, you know, there'd be some crazy evolution going on. Ah. So that's why the Nids came to the galaxy. But still no one knows where or how or what they come from. If there's a home world or anything like that. Mind you, I suppose they're sort of nomadic, aren't they? Yeah, the chainsaws are sort of just milling about. I need to definitely put them in the trench. They're just sort of not doing anything here. Oh, the first version is released. 2 seconds, let me tab out and go subscribe. Recent. Artifacts. Nice. Thank you, Knuckle. Just subscribe to it. Now we'll after this we'll go add on. God. Multiple galaxies before arriving. Jesus. Like I said, though, I think what really terrifies me about the NIDs is that they devour everything to a molecular level. So they really just really do leave planets just barren of life and nutrients. It's absolutely insane. Well, let's have a look at our kill counter here. So, you know what? We did manage to take out a good portion of the NID army here. I'm quite happy with that. I think we need to buff up the defences in certain other areas. What I might do is I might make some custom units out of the CADIANS and up the damage ever so slightly. Maybe that's what I could do, because they especially need to hold out more on the flanks over here. But I'm just thinking out aloud for what I need to do for the video tomorrow to make it just a little bit more balanced here. Because obviously I'd still want the gigantic swarm, but I also want the guardsmen to stand a little bit more chance. So what we'll do is we need to go and do some rearranging, because I want to add these carnifexes in. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, Mr. Deathgore Griggs, you're going to have to go over there, and you're going to get absorbed into this group here. Which is going to go over there. Where are the Black Templars? Over here. So you need to go to a 0.5. And let's bung them in the trench down here. Hopefully that should make them work a lot better. Add modded unit. Tyranid corner effects, my friend. Oh, 4,000 might be a bit much. Let's just add 500 for now. See how we go with them. I don't know what the stats on them are, actually. Let's have a look very quickly before we go too far with them. See what they're capable of. Oh, Jesus Christ. 25,000 health. Okay. 5,000 damage, yeah. They're insane things. Right. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, they're going to do a lot of damage. So, we're not going to have 500 of them. We're going to... Oh god. This is going to throw the balancing off like crazy at the moment. Let's go for 100 and see how we do with them. I'm going to spread these out, though, a little bit. There we go. That's going to be a little bit overwhelming for them, but I do not care. I want to see these guardsmen flung all over the place in tiny little chunks. Oh bye, let's kick this one off. Yeah, so let's see, 100, that's, what? It's only like 25 million health between them, isn't it? No, 250 million health between... Oh my god. Look at these things. Oh, and they're in purple. Oh, look at that. A magnificent little colour. Oh my god. They are towering monstrosities. I absolutely love them. Okay, let's kick this off. Let's see what it's like. All them things are going to be so deadly. You can see, though, they're struggling to move through. Oh. Look at them. They are so mad. Let's go over here. Let's see what it looks like from the guardsman's line. Oh, look at them. You can actually see the carnifexes in the distance. Oh, that is a terrifying sight. Look at them. Look at the top of the hill. You can just see massive, gigantic beings coming over the hill. Oh, that is absolutely fucking... I'm sorry, that is fucking terrifying. Can you imagine being a standard guardsman and seeing this shit come towards you. Like, how do you even have the courage? Like, of all the armies to face against, I really do think Tyranids are the most terrifying. Give me orcs, chaos, anything like that any day of the week. At least they've got some sense of reason. But Nids... my god. So, how are our Space Marines actually doing over here? You know what? They're not actually doing too bad. They're holding out. They're not exactly pushing forward, though. I want to see one of these Carnifexes get up close. I want to see him. I want to see him lay the hurt. Holy Jesus, they're terrifying. Thank you, Knuckle, yet again, for your excellent work here. Oh, here we go. Going up against Space Marines. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, look at that! Oh, he lived! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's terrifying! Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, so it's affected by artillery shells. Knuckle? Can that be... Oh, 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 oh. I'm sorry, but see the Carnifex go rolling through the air. Oh my god, that is absolutely fantastic to see. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Can you not set them as vehicles, Knuckle? So they're like the Sherman tank, or does that make them bug out? Can you not, like, set the status to, like, a tank? Because these things are immovable. Or does it, like, mess up the animations if you do that? Because there are units that are inert. Okay, blood draw. Oh, ah. So there is no real option for editing in vehicles at the moment. That's a bit weird. Yeah. It's just a zombie. Ah, I see what you do. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. So, yeah, at least Carnifexes can join the space program. Oh, look at that swarm. That is terrifying. Yeah, pretty, and we all know that Tyranids go through space in giant big bugs. I just can't get over the size of them. The towering monstrosities. They're just bugs. It's an ugly planet. A bug planet. Oh my days. Absolutely love the Carniflexes. Carniflexes? Carniflex. That's one full of bling. But yeah, Knuckle, what absolutely fantastic work yet again, mate. Oh, that put a big smile on my face, seeing these bad boys on the battlefield. Oh, the all-out slaughter, and the end of it all. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. Of course, though, we cannot let the bugs win. There has to be some form of exterminatus that takes place. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do think we are going to be wrapping this one up here today. As always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. A massive shout out to you channel members, you wonderful lot. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and helping do what we do here. Plenty more Warhammer stuff to come here today. Well, not today, but tomorrow, as we'll be releasing a crazy video for the defense of the CADIAN citadels. Of course, a massive shout out to the mods. Thank you so much for keeping the chat nice and clean as always. And a massive shout out to all you subscribers and the people who watch the VODs. As always, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, peace.